So, for lack of better words, are we live? We are live. Hashtag it's a New York thing. I have no idea if it is or isn't, but I think we're live. Do you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Do I need to speak up? I need all the things. Help me out. All right. I think we're live. Yes. Okay, good. Perfect. All right. So, hey guys, my name's Dawn Marie. I'm originally from New York and I've been around here on YouTube for about 7 years actively. I know a lot of you know who I am, and I by no means and stretch of the imagination do I even try to come off as somebody who is professional on the internet when it comes to being a podcaster. I'm just actually somebody who has a channel just like you guys. And I'm actually very nervous, which wouldn't you be nervous being live? Yes, I'm very nervous. So, but that's okay cuz I'm going to just tell you a little bit about myself and what I'm doing here tonight. So, I am here I'm all right, so let's just stop for 1 second. I am here. I am around true crime. I am around fashion. I'm from the old school drama community. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things. We're going to talk some of the things that are New York things. We're going to talk some things that are not New York things. I have a lot of things to say. All right. So lately I've been trying to catch up on some trials, some of the cases that are going on, a lot of the things that I'm sure you guys have been following here on the platform. And in my downtime, I've also been keeping in the loop on some of the stuff that's been brought to my attention from the old school drama community. So we'll touch on a little bit of that as well, only because some of the people in my chat that you guys see here, I love all of you guys. You guys are what makes a community. And I'm excited. I cannot believe you guys are here. This is so exciting for me. So, all right. I want to, for lack of better words, talk about like real New Yorkers and what it's called to like kind of maybe like to take care of business, right? That's kind of like what New Yorkers say. It's like, hey, I'm going to take care of business. So, what does that really mean? And in order in which to kind of cover everything, I thought we could kind of do it here together, right? So let me just say hi to a couple of you guys. Hi, everybody. I know I'm always in a chat and I'm like, hi, Maddie Boy Sully, Michelle Lynn, Sunnyside, Lexi, Joey Brooklyn, my brother, Black Rose 11, Lab 15, Adam Drives Helen. I see all of you guys. So I know I'm always in chats and I say hello to everybody. So listen, it's a New York thing. We're going to go through what some New York things are what we say and what we don't say. So I've been hearing some things that we do and what we don't say. So recently from the OGDC, as everyone calls it, I became aware of a situation regarding like lots of things, right? Lots of things. Hey Beamer, how are you? Hi. Let me see if I could open up the chat. I just want to see a few of you guys that are coming in. Hi. Oh my God. I'm like, this is so cool. I never thought I would actually have a channel. Like I started playing around and just making like some shorts, right? Like putting up some things and this is kind of cool. And some of you guys that have channels are awesome, man. It's really fun. All right. So let's see. All right. So, all right, listen, let's just cut it straight. All right. Coming to this platform, you know that there can be some great people here and some awesome resources and a lot of people that are on here, you know, you can get so many great things from the people that are here. A lot of the people, like for instance, you have just awesome people and I'm not going to mention them. You all know who they are. So I'm not going to be that person because that's just whatever and I'm not going to do that, but I've seen the good side and I've seen how it can work and how it can help, and I choose to be on that side of the platform where I just love when I see people helping and encouraging, and I want you guys to really follow that side of the things. And there are the side of the people that do go down the rabbit holes of the bad things. And so we're going to clear a little bit of that up. And so, you know, yeah, hit the like, subscribe, do all the things. Melanie, oh my God, hi. Florida Pete, what's up, buddy? I'm missing a lot of you guys. Hang on. How cool is this? Oh, it's so dope. All right. And I guess as you go and as this goes on, I guess it gets easier, right? Do you guys hear me clear enough? Because I really don't want to put headphones on. I've been working all day long, and so hi KOE, good to see you here. Barbara George, love you guys. All right. So recently it was brought to my attention. All right, hold on. I'm gonna reverse this in one because I have to get this off my chest. Listen, you don't ever want to get, I'm half Irish and half Italian, and I don't ever like to get really angry and upset. But when something really triggers me and gets me to where I feel like I need to talk about something, and we gotta put, and we're gonna push it aside, right? But we gotta get it out. Using a platform for good things is what I love. But when you utilize a platform to do things that are not a good thing, I don't like that. And so for that, we have to just go there. All right. So the first order of business is that utilizing this platform to, Laura, I need you to pull up a seat. We're gonna go there for 1 second. Laura, you utilized your platform to do something that was so horrific. And I'm sorry that I have to do this to you, but I just utilizing resources to do something is just not what this platform is meant for. And to hurt another mother, it makes me really upset because all right, it's children are something that should never ever be hurt or any of the things. And so I don't care if it was 3 years ago, 30 years ago, or 5 minutes ago. That's something that you just don't do. And it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, you said you did it. And so it hurts me in my inside. It just hurts me, Laura, because I have to address you because I was your Patreon years ago and I had no idea you were like this. I'm absolutely heartbroken for Leanna and her family and what they had to go through. Not only did you use your platform to mock the situation and also wanted a whole community to forget about it because it happened 3 years ago. You did it and it's done. You may be sorry and you did it, but I think you're only sorry because people found out about it. And that's the truth. And that's sad to me because I cared about you as a friend, right? And I think a lot of people did. And so I think you can grow from it. Yes, I absolutely do. And so I don't think you can take that away from Leanna. And I think that you can move on from it. And so I'm going to move on from it right now because I'm going to say what I have to say and then we're going to move on from it, right? Because that's what New Yorkers do. We move on from it. So I want you to learn from it and I want you to move on from it. And I just wanted to just say how I felt because I felt as though nobody had really any listen, it's bothering everybody. Everybody is saying how it's upsetting. You're telling people that they're afraid to come in your chat. No, Laura, you don't get to tell people that they're afraid to come in your chat. They don't want to be associated with you. That's what it is. Stop and think about your actions. That's what it is. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with anything other than that. Leave children alone, leave families alone, and break away from what it is. You say you pride yourself that you are a New Yorker, then just leave it at that and be proud of who you are and be proud of your family and be proud of what you do. You came to this platform to do true crime, not to be the true crime. Do that. Do that. All right. Next order of business is you guys that do these things on a daily, man. This is definitely hard. This is not easy. I want to say that I give you guys a lot of credit because this is not, everyone says like go live, go live. Well, when I saw that I scheduled this for 2 days, listen, I'm the first person to go, oh my God, she said 2 days for, whatever. This is in 2 days. Like, but here we are, and we're not even 10 minutes in. And I just want to thank all of you guys for being here. I see all of you guys coming in, and it means a lot to me that you're here. And so I think as a New Yorker, one thing that we are is we are passionate people, right? And so we do say what we mean and we mean what we say. And at the end of the day, that's who I am and that's what I do. And so we're going to keep it moving. And I want to say that the next thing that we're going to talk about is like growing up in the city and really like having fun and like good times and all of the cool things. And so there's just so much like history and good that can come out of being a New Yorker. And so like that was the one thing that kind of stuck out to me is like when somebody says, well, that's a New York thing. No, that's not a New York thing. Or you know what? Yeah, high five. Like that's totally a New York thing. Calling somebody retarded is not a New York thing. That's really like a slur, Laura, just so you know. I have to touch that. Hold on really quick. And also that was something that was used back in the 80s and that was said everywhere. So that's not a New York thing. Just saying. All right, well, I digress. Okay. All right, so like what's a New York thing? Pizza, like good Chinese food. I know like I live now in the South, and so like Chinese food is not good. It's not hard to it's hard to find, right? Pizza, I mean, you can find good pizza in New York like almost everywhere you go. And so like that's a New York thing. What else? Yeah, bagels. Oh my God, Barbara George, bagels. I mean, it's not easy to find a good bagel in the South, really. I mean, yeah, you could find one and people go, oh, this is like a New York bagel. Eh, that's an, listen, I have to laugh because she's doing like a Jeopardy thing. I have to laugh. Listen, I don't always usually tune in, but when somebody tells me in a Discord or something that it's like, and I go, oh, wait. And Laura, why'd you block me? But whenever girl, stop. I think it's so funny. But oh my God, Patrick New York. See, listen, like Patrick New York, he's solid. He's a New York thing. Joey Brooklyn, he's a New York thing. Like Joey is so laid back and such a good dude. Like he's a good guy. He goes crabbing in the summer. He walks the Italian feast in Little Italy. Like Joey is solid. Then you got like Duty Ron. Duty Ron's retired law enforcement of 30 years. He gets up on the platform. He's so proud of being retired law enforcement. He gets up there, he covers these cases. I mean, he's solid. That's a New York thing. He's a good dude, you know? I mean, listen, that's where, like, these are the platforms that I love when people say, like, hey, I subscribe to that person and I follow the true crime through the vision of this person, or, these are the people that I like to associate myself with. Just because, listen, when you want to get your facts and you want to get the shit and you want to get in and out, that's where you go. You want to listen to an attorney. It's because you want to get everything in 5 to 8 minutes, and that's it. You want it broken down. Give it to me. You go to Melanie Little. She's an attorney from Manhattan, and she gives it to you in 5 minutes, and she gives you a breakdown. That's it. She has a channel. She grew. She's doing great. There's so many channels out there that just give it out like, and they know, because guess what? They studied. That's what they went to school for. That's what they do. Guess what? Laura, that's a New York thing. Oh my God, it's not rocket science. It's just what it is. But that's the beauty of what this platform is. Like, I mean, listen, you could be whatever you want. I asked my niece the other day what she was going to be for Halloween. She told me a mermaid. Listen, let the kid live her best life. Everybody can be whatever they want. Like, you can be you know, for example, like Ron has this one kid, Jumpsuit Pablo, and so he's on the side of he was in what was he? He was in prison for like 10 years, and the kid has a story. Now, I don't know whatever he was in. I don't know what he did. I can't remember. I was it robberies or things, but listen, for whatever it is, he got himself better and he's out there and he's covering things. Let me tell you something. That kid can tell a story. But you know what Ron did is he got in with him and he started guiding him through and he helps him tell a story. Whether they work on the back end or the front end, there's a Batman and a Robin to the story. It's fascinating to me because one guy's a good guy, one guy was a bad guy. But you know what? At the end of the day, they both tell a story and they both tell you about a case that's going on. I mean, it's it's fascinating to me. And they all do something that is so fun that I don't know if, all right, I use the word fun, but you know what? At the end of the day, you want to know something about true crime? Who are you going to go to? You're going to go to somebody like Duty Ron and you're going to get your information. You're going to go to somebody like a Melanie Little, who's an attorney. You're going to go to somebody like, Vinnie Politan. He's a lawyer. You're going to go listen to him. He's got Court TV, or, you're going to go to one of those bigger channels because they put it out there. They lay it out in such a way. I remember asking, Duty Ron years ago about his channel, and he would laugh and he would say, I don't even take any notes or anything. And I would joke around back and forth and I would be like, how does this guy do this? Like, he gets up there, he turns the cameras on, like it's so professional, and he's got all this, memorabilia behind him, and boom, 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 and he's got all his lights and camera action, and he's just a guy who loves what he did for his whole life. And he has a story and he just goes and dives into these cases. But you know what? He goes in, he does it within an hour, and he comes out and he tells everybody it's fascinating to me. And it goes on and on. I mean, look at this Madeline Soto case, right? Like, poor little girl that has had such a horrible, horrible life with two terrible parents. Terrible. And just, but you have somebody like Ron who can break it down for you. He gives you the bad, the worst, the ugly, and the scenario. And we haven't even touched the trial yet of what's going on. I mean, and they're breaking it down we're all so lucky, right, that we have these people that we can go to. Like, you don't even have to go to these garbage channels and listen to these people that, yeah, it is. Joey, you're right. It's a hardworking professional. It's just the perspective that we get it from. And then hey, Tracy, the truth. Like, I'm seeing some of you guys come in and I just want to say hi, and it's just everybody, it's you guys all are what it's so important to see the community come together. And I was just saying the other day to one of my friends, like, here we have the holidays are coming. We have October, November, December. These are the months where people need to come together. We need a place to come and hang out. I want it to be a place where people can come and chill, where we can kick it and have an opinion, maybe talk a little bit of some whatever, and just do it in a way where, I'm not about bullying. I'm not about that. I want people to feel a certain type of way. Now, that doesn't mean that you can put up with any kind of garbage. That doesn't mean that, your word, you should be say what you mean and mean what you say. Period. End of story. Exactly. Auntie Deb, yeah, garbage channels. Yes, I did. Because listen, and I love to watch some trash. I do. I was the first one when I first came around during COVID, hashtag I watched trash. I mean, listen, we all would be a liar. Hashtag what jealous hater. Like, I love watching some garbage. I'm not gonna lie. But when you're coming in on watching these cases that are affecting people's real lives, stop it. Stay out of these cases. Don't touch these. That's a New York thing. Stay out of that stuff. Don't touch cases that you can. these are real life people with real life. I mean, what is that? I don't even listen. I am not a professional and I never profess to be one. But I'll tell you right now, it breaks my heart when I have to see a parent. And listen, some of them, yes, they have come to this platform for answers, for just some, whether they're lonely, they want some place to come and hang out. Listen, they're a person too. And at the end of the day, shame on anybody that takes advantage of that. That's disgusting. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Yeah, no jagaloons. I remember the first time Ross, no jagaloons. I thought that was brilliant. Like, what is a jagaloon? I was like, this is great. Like, this is hashtag marketing. Like, Ron said, no jagaloons. Yeah, that's right. We don't want that. That behavior is, it just aggravates me because there's I don't know how else to really say it because I don't like to offend people, but I do like to say what needs to be said. And it's not coming from a place of trying to be, I'm not a moral authority by any stretch of the imagination at all. I mean, I can be a little bit of, it's just trying to stand on the right side of just hashtag do the right thing, maybe. I don't know. I mean, is drama the same genre as crama? I guess. I mean, is crama true crime and drama? I mean, isn't there a little bit of crama in the word drama, true crime? I mean, cr- I guess so. I mean, but it's sad when these people are going through this stuff, and then you get these. I don't even know what do you call the bed slugs? Do you remember when bed slugs was a thing? I mean, hi. Oh my god. But bed slugs, it was like a place where people came and you were like, "Oh my god, this lady looks like she hasn't showered in 4 days." What? I will never forget that. She said she didn't shower in 4 days. Like, what in the frick? Hashtag that's disgusting. Take a shower, all right? That's a New York thing. Taking a shower is taking a shower, sometimes 2 a day. Yeah. But I mean, really, I have to I die inside a little bit every time because I have to laugh because I say to myself, every I laugh because I go, you know what? This is second nature, right? Crazy people talk to themselves. And I go, you know what? This is like I'm on the phone all the time and I go back and forth and I laugh and I go, wait a second. But this, when you have a moment where you can inspire someone's life or you can talk to a bunch of people and you don't sound like a blubbering idiot or you're not stuttering or you I'm stumbling over my words, right? Because I really don't know what the right thing is to say. I know what the wrong thing is to say. I know that. And the wrong thing is to say is a lot of just what goes on these bad channels. Like, I mean, just don't put out wrong information. How about that? How about that? I mean, really, just don't do it. I mean, hi Cleo, you're so cute. Aw. On one day during wait, what does that say? On one a day during the winter, your skin will get dry. Yeah, I don't know what that is about, but okay. Oh, it's an Indiana thing. Yeah, I mean, listen, I love it. I want you guys to tell me, like, you don't have to tell me where you're from because I don't want anybody doxing anybody. Like, I just chose to put it out there that it's a New York thing because, you know, it's a New York thing. It's whatever. It's fine. I mean, I'm not afraid of where I'm from. It's who I am as a person. It's in my blood to be who I am. I'm very proud to be who I am. It's I love to hear about where everybody is from. And you don't ever have to do it in a way where, you're ever going to put yourself at risk to be harmed or anything. I love the interaction. I love the back and forth conversations with people. I absolutely love, love nothing more. I am somebody that goes in chats and I love seeing interaction. Look, Massachusetts, I love myself a good sidebar. Like I see shit all the time. And I'm like, these people are so it's so fun to hear where people are from too, right? Like you hear the accent. Listen, I used to have a lot heavier of an accent. And then I moved and I don't know what happened. I became like a whole, I don't know, you probably see. Look, Diane B, she's got the heaviest New York accent. Like, just some people, they don't. Look, look, Sinatra, forget it. Like he sings and it's just, whew. I mean, let's, yes, hit the like button, man. I love this. This is a lot of fun. And it really, and now I see why people just go live. Like this is an actual just go live. I can't, I'm never going to set anything again because I was leaving work today and I went to myself, oh my God, I got to get home. I'm going to be home in like, I got 17 minutes left. Like it's hard, right? To stick to an actual schedule, just go live. Like I get it. But if you go live with intention and purpose, I think it matters more, right? Or listen, you can go live at your platform. Somebody told me last night, um, just be who you are, be yourself, and then the rest will take over. Like you'll have a personality or you don't. And listen, that's okay, right? And so you can have all of the things. It doesn't, it's okay. Like I didn't know the right things to say. I really didn't. I thought I was going to sit here and have to make 50 pages of yes, I did, Tiff Knox. I had a heavier accent than this. I did. I didn't know what to say. I really didn't. But I knew what I didn't want to say. I wanted to talk about like Jimmy the hot dog man under the, like all the things. I wanted to talk about like, my grandmother who back in the way day who owned a candy store and she made, chocolate egg creams and, I wasn't part of my generation, but it was, in the family and things like that. And just like really fun things and just Kitty Q, you're so awesome. This just all of you guys are great. Gen X to the seventh power, you Rocket and Vinnie Politan, such good people. I mean, Zero Jules, hi. Hey Jimbo, how you doing? Yes, I mean, the hot dog man. Matty Boy Sully. You know exactly the one I am talking about. You could find him 24/7 under the bridge. Like he had your two hot dogs and your what was that? Your Yoo-hoo, right? And you could get it on the way to I mean, I went to Catholic school, God bless, whatever. And I could get, you know, I mean, it was a treat once in a while, right? Like my dad would take us and we would get Jimmy the hot dog man. And so, like you think about like the different things that you had growing up. And so, like, what does that tie you to from where you grew up? Like, yeah, the fountain sodas. Like, I don't, my grandmother used to get the seltzer delivered to her house. Like twice a week, she'd get the seltzer man. Like, who had a seltzer man? And I look back and I laugh because I'm like, wow, we had some crazy memories growing up. Yeah, yoo-hoo. I mean, what the ring dings. I mean, just like the memories of growing up in the city. I mean, I remember my uncles. I have some awesome aunts and uncles. And I just remember like them opening up, we called it a Johnny pump, right? And so they would pop open well, I won't say this out loud, Judy Ron, but miraculous, I don't know, somehow the Johnny pump just went exploding in the neighborhood, right? And so like in the middle of like July, we'd have water everywhere. But I mean, listen, we had a pool in our backyard, but I'm just saying, like, there were, like we'd have aunts and uncles, neighbors, kids, everybody in the neighborhood would be outside. And so like we were playing outside and we did all the things. And so now you see people are afraid, like they don't have outside things to do, right? And it's so, oh my God, you two bad actors, how are you? It's good. And so like I would love for the world to go back to that, right? I have some people that are telling me like, no way, the world will never go back to that. And I'm like, whatever. I am somebody that believes in old school. And so I want that. I want old school, right? I would love for all of the old school things to come back, right? Yeah. So I believe in all of that stuff. I believe in, fun cars, old school, just all of the cool things. Growing up in the city was really fun. And then we lived out in the island for, the latter part of my growing up. But, the having of the city and then being on the island, it was just such a nice way of growing up and stuff. And and I came from big family, and so it's what I like to share that kind of stuff with people because that's just me and who I am. And I'd love to hear from you guys too. Yes, kickball, softball in the backyards till 9 o'clock at night. Exactly. We went in by the night the lights, right? I remember like my aunt would come out the window and she'd whistle, and I would not even do the whistle because I can't do it. But I had an aunt that could do that whistle and it would go blocks. Yes, soda bottle and just like the glass bottles. I mean, all of the things, dancing on the boardwalk. See, I mean, Barbara George, that sounds so Atlantic City, right? I mean, just yeah, those were the days, man, cruising around. I mean, we would go in the cars and cruise around town and just, listen, I was into all different kinds of music, even growing up and stuff. And I just like one of my favorite things was like disco. I loved listening to disco and, like it was funny when I first wanted to start this live, like my perfect start for this live was going to be what was the song? I would love to play it if I didn't think my live would get shut down, right? Isn't that what they say? Like if you play music, your live will get shut down. Uh was it the green whistle? I don't know. Is that what it was called? A green whistle? All I know is if I wasn't home by that whistle, forget it. Yes, I'm old school one. I'm old school one, please. 1 equals 2. Skating rink. Oh, forget it. We grew up in the rink. Yes, absolutely. We grew up roller skating. That kind of music just was the best. I mean, the old school disco music was the best. What was that song I wanted to play? I have to look it up now because now I don't know. You guys let me know. Can I play a little bit of it? Will I get shut down? Michelle, you know the song I was gonna play. Oh my god. Michelina Sereno, hi. How are you? Oh my god. Um, Two of Hearts. Dude. So originally I wanted to play that song and well, it's not even important why I wanted to play it. But if you can only imagine like why I wanted to play it, it's just the meaning of the song for me was just, and the Two of Hearts, it was just so perfect. And so I figured like in a perfect world, like, oh, I'm gonna set up this live stream. And I was never live. And oh my God, Robbie, hi. And so I wanted to oh, see, no music, Joey says he's the king, he knows. So Two of Hearts by, is it like Little Susie or something? And I just thought, how freaking cool would this be? Like, I'll just start it out with this like jamming song because I was so angry listening to this live the other day. And I was listening to it. And the more and more I listened to it, the more mad I got. And I went, this can't be real. But it was great because I was listening to this quote creator getting like busting a vein in her head, like freaking out because this lady, listen, she's entitled to feel the way she felt. And so I was like, yo, listen, girl, rock on. Like, you should feel the way you feel, like, protect your family at all costs, do all the things, like, be mad, be as protective of your family. Hi, Lily. Be as protective of your family as you need to be. And so, and for that, I was like, hey, whatever. But I was listening to it and I was like, how perfect would it be to start the live and just like jam out with this whole thing? And then I have everybody going, your live is going to get shut down before you even start your first live. And I was like, man, but how? I've listened to some lives since I've started listening to YouTube videos, and they all start with these really cool songs. And then, so I don't know. If you guys have any tips and tricks and know how to do it, let me know. But I guess I couldn't really take a chance because I really wanted to go live. Michelina Sereno, thank you. I was so nervous. I really still am nervous. I'm not going to lie. It's probably why I'm just stuck, just have all the feels. I do, but I am so passionate because that's a New York thing. I'm passionate. And, the thing for me is that for the victims, it's important that their voice is heard. It is so important that their voice is heard, no matter what. And people like Ron and Vinnie Politan and all of the people that are here on the platform that want to be the voice for the people, let them do it, please. And I understand the people that want to be a platform. I get it. I really do. I really do. And there's some really good people out there that are they have channels and they do it. But if you twist it around or you just say things that aren't true or you put your how Ron, how do you say it? I can't really remember and I'm not going to put words in anyone's mouth, but it's something like maybe Joey could help me out on that. Uh Speculation. If you speculate on something, that's never a good thing either, right? And so we don't want to do that. We're not going to we can't speculate, right? Because if there's investigations going on, it's such a crucial time for that family to get answers, for the detectives to do all their work, to collect all of the information that they need to get for the families. And they don't need your Snoopy asses in there asking questions or calling their businesses or stop. Don't do that. I just, yeah, zero. Those people do it, right? It's just the drama channels that dip their toes in true crime, getting it wrong. That frustrates me. It becomes opinion and speculation with no facts. There you go. See, perfectly said. And I appreciate it because this chat is flying and I couldn't have been humbled more than Dawn Marie, can everyone drop their links so we can subscribe to them? Absolutely. Listen, the chat's flying. If you guys could help me out, listen, I gave a lot of you guys wrenches. I still need to go through it and give more. I just want you guys to know that you guys are helping me. This is about a community. This is what it's about. It's not speculation when it becomes entertainment. Antoinette, thank you. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Anjanette's. Listen, it's not about. Yes, a lot of the speculation is just clickbait. Don't do clickbait. Please don't do clickbait. Diane B, I love you too. Exactly. Duty Ron, it's just facts. We just need to put the facts out. That's it. Do I like to talk a little shit with you guys? Absolutely. I think it would be fun. I think it absolutely would be fun here. I think that there's a lot of really cool people in this community, and you guys all have some valid, cool things. I mean, we all have some fun things to say, but when it comes to these cases, let's just leave them alone. I don't, me personally, and I've been around a lot of trials and a lot of I don't know a lot. I don't know a quarter, an eighth of what these people know as professionals. I'm not saying anything. Jersey Devil, hi. Oh, Florida Pete, how are you? I just, yes, Joey Brooklyn, bring out the booze. I don't drink, but hi. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about and I think that's what makes or get upset because nobody wants harm in their households. Nobody wants these. I don't want to see these victims hurt. Like I've seen it. And so it bothers me. And I'm all about justice for the victims. So I don't want to keep complaining and saying, well, you guys know. Hi, thinking for myself. I love you too. Rebecca Bullet. I can't say your name. I always love seeing your name though. I would sign on to your channel. Oh my God. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Listen, we're going to have a lot of fun here. And like I said, we can do some really cool things. I was never, ever, ever, you could ask Duty Ron. He asked me for years, are you ever going to go live? No, I never said, I was never going to go live. Never. And it killed me because listen, I never, ever was going to go, I was never going to be a live streamer. Never. Like I'm just a girl with a channel, right? Or a quote. I'm in chats. It's not a big deal. Like I'm really not. But you know what? Like I said to myself, I have a voice and I've been around, but it's whatever. I just want to kick it and hang out with everybody. But I felt like, like the holidays are coming, right? So October is what I started to say before is like October is Halloween's coming. And then like November, we have Thanksgiving and then Christmas and Hanukkah and like all the holidays are coming up and stuff. So I just thought it would be a cool place to like get everybody together. Yeah. Never say never. I never would have thought like, yeah, people are asking me that now. Right. Florida Pete, you do great everybody please drop your channel. Florida Pete does the most awesome sunrises and sunsets in Florida. Like there's just, yeah, Texas Girl is going to do a farm channel. Like everybody, I feel like everybody can contribute to some good in the world. And I always believe like if you can do that, do that, do that. Don't do the other dirty things. Like I don't know, man. I just um yes, Christmas broadcasts. Oh, I have some really cool places that I would love to show you guys as well that would be really fun too. And I never thought, right, that I would ever. You could ask Joey Brooklyn. I always say, he was like, "Come on, sis, go do a live show." I said, "I'm not a streamer. I don't know the first thing, but to do streaming, I have no idea. Like, I have no clue what it takes to be. But I do own a device, and I can, I guess, hit the button. I mean, it's not really, and I talk all day long, so." And if you don't like me, you could click out. It's okay. I won't get mad. I promise you I won't. But if you do enjoy it, I would love for you to hit the like and subscribe and come back again because I think we could have some fun. I mean, I just want everybody to have a place in this world for the better. Really. I mean, wouldn't that be cool? I mean, Halloween's coming, right? And so like my niece was telling me about being a mermaid. And so of course then I and don't have to say, well, what kind of mermaid? And so like I have 50 questions. I want to know what kind, what color, all the things. And just, she's just looking at me like, well, what do you mean, lady? I just want to be a mermaid. I'm going to be a mermaid. And I'm like, she's already getting aggravated because I just want to know if you're going to be a pink mermaid, a purple mermaid, or be a mermaid? But like, listen, crimes against children, crimes against adults, crimes against that's I'm not no, 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 no. I'm not about it. I don't like any crimes, quite honestly. I don't like any of them. But there's just ones that, it tears me up inside. Gravy K, I love you. Hi. And so when I see some of these cases, I think to myself, holy crap, like this is next level. And so like when Ron dives into some of these cases or, any one of the good platforms that talks about these things, I think like, or even like when Ed Wallace gets up there with him and they just go through some of these stories. I'm like, oh my God, this, and all of these things are just, they're all tied to real people, real, almost too close for comfort. I don't know. Yeah, the Madeline Soto case is breaking my heart. Right. It's just, hi, Lindsay. How are you? Oh my God. Thank you so much. It's just, it, I want people to have a fun place to come to. That's it. And just if this is your place, great. Listen, there's great other places to come to. And so I feel as though we have a good circle around us right here. And so you'll see some of the names right here in the chat. They're going to be dropping the links. Please drop the links. All of you guys that are here in here. I appreciate all of you good people. Ed Wallace can describe the DNA from a mosquito and it's not boring. Right, exactly. And he can have dinner afterwards like it's nothing. Like he can go down and have 2 slices of pizza in Little Italy like it's no big deal. And that's a New York thing. Like how does he do it? I don't know, but I'm like, high five, man. We love you for it. Because listen, somebody's got to do it. I remember like watching just a live not that long ago. And I said to myself, I can't look. I don't know how they pick apart these stories, but these are not stories. These are real people with real things. Like, oh, just insanity. Crazy, crazy. Patrick, New York, you are so funny. I love seeing a lot of all of you guys in chats. It's so great. Gen X, you make me always feel so comfortable. And wait, oh my God, the Diddy thing? Oh, dude, between, the dodo. Jesus God, she is a dodo. Between the dodo and the Diddy, I know which one's worse. The both of them are really. I mean, what? He's a dumb Diddy. Like, what in the business is wrong with him? He's another slime ball. Yeah, I know you definitely get callous to it. I know, and then Ron had amazing aunt on last night, who's a sergeant in the NYPD, and man, she's got a lot of uh, stories too, which just these are all people that eventually I'd love to have as guests on here because I have questions and I'd love to be able to ask. Listen, I will take notes, okay? Sorry, Judy Ron, but I will take notes. I don't have the 30 years experience like you do. But it's just I just am in awe over the people that do this and have done this for a living, and they can just deliver the news, deliver the stories with such humbled ways of just no BS. They get right to it. Yeah. I was just listening to the Diddy case at the moment with all the extra charges. It's horrific. So many victims. I know. And you know what? There'll be more. There'll be more. Yeah. Yeah, see, a big note taker. I know. Listen, as a kid, I was always the kid with, I had always had a lot of questions. And so I used to get told all the time, why do you ask so many questions? I don't know. Like, I have to laugh because I know I'm intense, but I don't mean anything bad by it. I have a lot of questions and somebody said to me, listen, if you can give it like 60 minutes, you can get the answers. Like if I can give it, 60 minutes and we could get it all the information in, then we're good to go. Like we'll get it a little at a time, 120 new victims, one was not. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like that's just disgusting. 9 years old. What in the world are you why? That you slob. How could you? Like, yeah. Yeah, that's an animal is right. Jersey Devil, that's how could you do that? Do you plan to do a panel with guests in the future? Patrick New York, I would love that. I would be honored. I would love to have guests on the panel. I would love to be a guest on a panel. I'm not a professional podcaster by any stretch of the imagination. Uh I'm not law enforcement. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not any of the things. I'm just a family member and friend of. So if that counts as anything, but I would love, love, love to have them here. Susie Q, hi. I ask questions all the time too. See, I'm not alone. Hang on, I got to turn the light on. Uh, let me try to read the chat a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm going a little fast. Maybe the big celebrities exposed will be less inclined to tell us how to live and vote. Gravy K, I know. I tell you, it's fascinating when you start really like how in the world did they yeah, it would be fun. I would love that. Robbie, I'm so honored that you're here. I just and I love your music videos too. Somebody please drop Robbie's link. He has some really awesome music that he does. I'm so honored that a lot of you guys came here tonight. I wasn't sure if I was going to have one or two people and have 35 from what I'm looking at. And it's so awesome because just to be able to talk to you guys, like I listen to people's lives all the time and I think, well, that was cool. And this is fun to be able to listen to people. I mean, I don't know. Tasha, hi, how are you? I don't, I would love to have people up on the panel. I don't know how to drop a link, but if you tell me how to, I will. Anyone's welcome to come up here. I don't know how to do it. I mean, there's always the next live too. Uh, hi everyone. This is really, the power of the platform is so cool because there's so many people. Yeah, I guess I will learn it fast. I don't know. You know what? There was never a right time. Like I said, Joey Brooklyn and Judy Ron, I've known them forever. And, they were always telling me like, get on there and go live and go live. And I said, I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, and what do I have to offer? What do I have to offer? I'm not a retired cop. I don't have and so I really didn't know other than being just, a kid from the city that is just here for it. I don't know. And so I guess I was getting a little kind of aggravated lately with everything going on. And I said, you know what? I'm going live. Freak this, I'm going live. And so I was like, you know what? I said the other day, that's it. I'm done. I'm going live. I've had it. I've listened to enough garbage. I'm going live. And then I sudden the nerves started coming and then all the things, right? And so I don't know, like what else could we talk about? I'm not gonna lie. Like I definitely took some notes and I wrote a couple of things down, but what else? Hi Melissa, how are you? Cecilia Nona, hi. Oh, listen, Judy Ron, it's my pleasure. I love to be able to help out and you know to know that some of these people that are going through some of these things, it breaks my heart. Yeah, I love you guys. It upsets me to hear the people that go through some of these tragedies, and it's a lot. Yeah. So if that jackass can do it, I can do better. Listen, listen. There's a lot of people on these platforms that just shouldn't be, and I was joking around with a friend the other day because we were talking about like I said this other person is like the 86. What is it? 86th Street Bridge. I said it's like an 86-inch cigarette needs to just be put out already. Just step on it and be done with it. Like just be done with that channel and get out, get out. And then I'm like, oh God. But it like whatever. Oh my God, retired Irish detective. How are you? And it's just to me, those are the people that their lies and their non-facts are what have to be like they gotta go. Those are the channels that I'm like, ugh, the jealous haters. I don't know, like, I just can't with the yeah, so hi, just a girl. Oh. Yeah, so, I mean, that's a lot of what I wanted to talk about and what I wanted to say and what I wanted to address, and I had this whole thing where I was gonna say, in the first order of business and the second order of business, and then I was like, "All right, well, you're gonna sound like a union delegate," so get too crazy. But, I mean, that's all a New York thing, right? And I told you what really isn't a New York thing, but I mean, a lot of it look, love from Rhode Island, Lindsay. Hi. Nabul, how are you doing? Oh, you know, there's so many good things about growing up in New York, because listen, because that's what I know. That's who I am. There's some people here that, were from Massachusetts, right? Or there's people in here that are from California, or, I mean, come on, don't tell me where you're from, because again, I'm not down with that. Putting Des, like all of the people wherever you're from, Mississippi, Alabama, I mean, whatever, you all have a story. You're all from Texas, somewhere. And so it's all about, yeah, so grateful for being in New York, right? And so everybody has a thing of where you're from. And so that is something you take with you throughout your life. And that's what I love about just humanity in general. I'm all about being a good person and good experiences and all urban adventures. Oh my God, hello. Hi. All of the things. And so I don't know, I'm all about seeing things, going to places, sharing your vacations, traveling, fun things. Dawn Marie, who's that chick with the great hair? You want to know, Judy Ron, who that is? That is my hero. Everyone wants to know who's that girl in the photo. That is my hero. That is not me. Listen, I have that hair hanging in the closet though. So no, that is not me. That is an image that I created. I always goof around and I create photos of, and I have my back to people in the sense that you guys are all with me. And so that's just who I am as a person. I don't, when I first came here on the platform, I put my picture, I put my face in the camera and I was like, okay, this is how you go. Yeah, well, you know what? It's not what I do. So it's neither here nor there, but no, listen, can I do? Yes. But I am chasing my hero. I don't remember what celebrity had said that, but that's who that is. That's my hero. That's me. That's who I am. That's who I am. That is, I love that girl. That's who I love. I love her. So that's me. Thank you. I'm just being myself. Listen, I would love a Subway series, the Yankees and the Mets. We can leave that up for debate one day, but like, I mean, what I'm going to ask you now. You're in the chat. Who's winning? The Mets? What's the score? What's going on? I mean, these are the fun things about what it's like to hashtag it's a New York thing. It's a New York thing. People in New York, right? Is it anywhere you're from? Are you not in love with your sports team? Like, yes, you have my back. Thank you. Thank you. That's what it's about. You have my back. I have your back. That's what it is. It's about my back, your back, not my back. I I put myself last. I always have. Urban Adventures, thank you. That means a lot to me. Maddie Boy Sully. Yes, I am not about that either, Michelina. I don't care about that. My mom still says New York Dodgers. Hey, listen, be about it. Turd Ferguson. Be about whatever you're about. Like, be about your team. I mean, listen, we're Yankee fans in my family. That's just what it is. But I can appreciate a Mets fan. That's just who I am as a person. You know, Listen, we can debate that all day long, but it's fine. Look, I'm a New Yorker in my heart. That's right. Just a girl. Uh, Nabul, the Brooklyn Dodgers. Everybody has a team. Growing up in my family, everybody was very about their sports teams. I had half my family were Jets fans, and the other half of my family were Giants fans. So I was in the middle. You two bad actors, have a great day at work. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Listen, so I mean, no matter where you're from, you're going to love your team, right? New Yorkers, they're passionate about their team. New Yorkers are passionate about everything. New Yorkers are passionate about concrete. I mean, it's just New Yorkers are doing that. New Yorkers do that. They're passionate about things. But I'm a New Yorker, so I say that. That's There's a difference in being, but I don't say that, like, uh yes, the Dallas Cowboys are kind of embarrassing. Well, you said that, not me. You can say that because they're your team, but that's just me. Mm, passionate about concrete. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just, it's whatever. It's whatever. It's the kind of thing that, yeah, Brooklyn Dodgers. She's a Yankee fan. Uh, well, whatever. Stars and stripes. I feel like I'm missing so many. You guys are so good when you're, I didn't want to like leave. In the beginning, I didn't really read all the comments because I was so nervous. So, well, I support Chelsea, but you don't believe for 1 second you'll know who that is. I don't know who Chelsea is, but I'll listen to who you tell me it is. I have no idea. See, and I'm proud. So am I, and I'm from Texas. Listen, I think you should be proud of where you're from. And if you're not, then love where you want to be. I don't know. That's just me and who I am, but I love a little bit about everybody from everywhere. You know, when you grew up in New York, it's a little bit about everything and it's a little bit about everywhere. It's people from everywhere, right? And so, when I grew up, we had people from all kinds. We had Irish, we had Italian, we had Polish, we had Greek, we had all different ethnic. It was just, we had all different ethnicities everywhere. And so they were all my friends. Everybody was, that's a New York thing. New Yorkers, it's in your blood. It's the five boroughs, it's the Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island. I mean, all of them, Queens. I mean, like when people say like, "Oh, you're going into the city," you laugh because you're like, oh, I don't want to go to the city. Now you have people that are like, they would love to go into the city. People say you're going into Manhattan. No, we call it go to the city. Go to the city. Nobody want to go to the city. The subways are nasty. The subways are gross. I mean, I don't probably. I would never go into the subway now, but I mean, that was what we. I mean, I remember it as a kid. Like my mother didn't have her driver's license into her almost later in life because we walked everywhere. I mean, that was hashtag it's a New York thing. I mean, you walked everywhere. You didn't need a car, really. I mean, until you go to the island or whatever, you went everywhere, you walked. So, uh, love being so close to the city. Right. I mean, it has its perks, right? And so, I mean, listen, you can get anything in the city, right? You could get you name it, you could get it. You could go anywhere. You want to see a Broadway show, you could go into the city. You want to go, I mean, Islanders, the Rangers. I mean, hockey is a big sport in New York too. That's huge. I was a Rangers fan growing up. I mean, it's just what it was. So, it's having the option, taking the train, and it's beautiful. Yes, absolutely. So, I mean, I mean, you could take the Long Island Railroad. I mean, it goes out all the way in the island. So, yeah, we walked everywhere. My mom didn't have a car. Exactly right. I mean, it's just, yeah, she finally got her license at 45 and she was a train wreck driving. Right. And so, you know, the old school, they walked everywhere. They didn't drive. Like, I mean, if an aunt had a car, it was like, "Oh my god, so and so's got a car." you know, I mean, I remember the first time when we lived in Long Island and my mother was going to go to Dairy Barn. It was like, "What the hell is a Dairy Barn?" I mean, when we moved to the island, I couldn't go to sleep at night because I needed the noise of the buses and the cars and all of the things. And I heard crickets at night. I'm like, Ma, what is that? She's like, go to bed. I'm like, Ma, there's bugs outside and I can't sleep. I needed to hear the noise of the city. And so I used to call my grandmother and go, Grandma, I want to come and I want to come stay over. And she's like, why? What's the matter? Come on in. My grandmother's house was 24/7. It was like Grand Central Station. Everybody was in and out of her house all the time. And so I would go stay at my grandmother's house so I could go to sleep, and like it was weird living out and it was weird in Long Island to sleep. And then now I'm like, well, you shut up. Oh God, it's crazy. Oh, hi Shay, how are you? So, but I'm getting so carried away now. But I mean, I am so honored that you guys all came in here. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Jenna, wait, what is that? One breaking news. I'm hoping for Jennifer Soto's charged. Yeah, Tiff Knox, bugs outside. Could you die? I mean, it's bad when you have to ask your mother why the crickets. Yeah, hustle and bustle and the crickets. I mean, oh, it was hard for me to dial down from living in South Jersey. All you hear at night here on the island is the crickets. I'm telling you, it was. Listen, I took my niece for a walk a few years ago, and we were out walking on the golf course, and so we had seen an alligator. So we come inside. Oh, this story is funny. Well, anyway, I said to her, how and so she says to me, Aunt Dawn, I said, how big was the alligator? She goes, it was so big. I don't even know. I don't even know if she's seen it or not, but all I know is she knew Aunt Dawn, so she saw an alligator and she freaked out. But I mean, you become one with the wilderness down here, and you're just like, what's and I said, I got to create stories here because this is a little wild. Because listen, Aunt Dawn fell asleep to, the noise of the buses, and this kid's like, Aunt Dawn, there's there's alligators. I said, how big? How it was so big. Oh God. All right. Well, listen, Lorna. Hi. Oh my God, Lorna McKenzie. Oh man, I can't. Yes, please drop everyone's channels here. I want you guys to all comment, like, subscribe, do all the things that I ask of you guys so kindly to do in the chats. I really appreciate it. Let's do more of these. I mean, listen, we can sling some, we can kick back, we can do the things. And yes, alligators are scary. Oh, I want to do more lives. Listen, it'll be fun. I don't know that I'll schedule them because I don't want people to get mad at me and go, you set it up for, 6 months from now. I won't do that. I mean, maybe I'll give you 30 minutes notice or we'll just hit the live button. I don't know. Please, if I want you to come on the panel with me, it's just because I want somebody to come and hang out with me. It does, I think, get weird to talk to yourself. Um, I don't know. I am nervous, but yes, thank you so much. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you guys. I really appreciate this. I love this. This community is so important to me, and I really just want you guys to remember how important it is to come together, help when you can, keep your eyes open for if you can help, help. If you need to message me, you can message me. I'm on Discord. You can hit up my comments section. You can message Joey Brooklyn. You can message Judy Ron. I My moderators are here in the chat. You guys are all my friends. Um, what? I will join anytime, but you will lose your live audience. No, no. I maybe listen. You can mute me. I I just know that this was fun, and I know I just wanted to say a couple of things, and probably got a little carried away, but um, I'm not perfect, and I never said I was perfect, but I know I'm not fake. That's what I do know. I'm not fake. I don't ever profess to be um, anything other than myself. So, on that note, I just want to thank you guys all for coming in. I appreciate it. Be kind to your neighbors, be kind to other people out there. Thank you so much for this amazing community, and let's let's really come together to get justice for the victims. And please, everybody, just listen together. Let's just do this together. And I appreciate it. So until we go live again, I don't even know how to sign off, but we're just gonna hit the end stream. Thanks everybody and have a great night.